Are you thinking about booking a surfing trip in the middle of Texas to Waco Surf Ranch? Well, in this week's video, you're gonna wanna watch this video. We're gonna tell you everything you need to know about Waco Surf and whether or not this is just a place for that dude's trip or you can bring the entire family. So without further ado, let's get into it.
What's up YouTube? Trevi from the Adventure Buddies, the modern travel family, bringing you another video filled with tips, tricks, and inspiration to make sure you maximize your next family adventure, like we always do here at the Adventure Buddies.
So you heard us right, surfing in the middle of Texas. So in order to get to Waco, there are two airports that you have the option to fly into. So that's either Dallas-Fort Worth or Austin. We highly suggest you going with Austin because Dallas-Fort Worth, while there may be a ton of flights going into it, is super crowded. So both flying in, but also trying to get in and out of the rental car center. So either way, you're gonna need a rental car, and we highly suggest you going with Austin than Dallas-Fort Worth. So next, let's talk about the lodging at Waco Surf. So they do have a hotel on site. There's not a ton of rooms within that hotel, so book quick. So if you do get lucky enough to have them, you're gonna have a variety of options. So if you want a larger room, we highly suggest you go with the Malibu Suite. This offers 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, plus a kitchenette and a large living room for you to hang out in. Or you can go with one of the smaller suites. This is still gonna offer 2 beds, so you're gonna have a queen size bed on the floor, plus a bunk bed that's actually gonna be over top of the bathroom. So either way, these are great options for you to stay. If you are looking for different accommodations, well, they do have a few lake cabins scattered throughout the property that's going to house a larger group of people. Or if you do have an RV, they also have RV hookups. So next, let's get into the actual surfing, because that's ultimately why most of us have come to Waco Surf in the first place. So there's a variety of different options to choose from, so we're gonna get into that right now. So the surf packages are all about options. So let's talk about those options. So first off, you have the option to pick between a private session or a public session. So obviously a private is gonna be more secluded to your particular group, but it's obviously gonna be more expensive. The public sessions are gonna be that, open to the public. So those are gonna range from 1 all the way up to 12 surfers around with you. So both sessions are gonna run you 1 hour long. Both sessions are gonna be able to start from as early as 6 a.m. to as late as 9 p.m. Next, you gotta pick which wave you wanna surf. So yes, there are different types of waves that you can choose from. So there's 3 primary waves. That's gonna be your beginning wave, your intermediate, or your advanced. So again, going up in skill level. Plus, there's gonna be a few other ones that are gonna be your specialty waves. One if you wanna get that instant barrel, or one if you wanna try an aerial. However, whichever wave you choose, you do have the option to go left or right, or you can split your hour session right down the middle to get 30 minutes left and 30 minutes right. So if you are doing the beginner session, you will be provided with your own rental board. This will be a soft top, no hard tops are available for the beginner session. Plus, if you are interested, they do have an option to have a guy out there to help push you into the waves to make sure that you maximize your time out there, catching as many waves as possible. Speaking of surfboards, if you decide not to bring your own, don't worry. They do have a large selection for you to rent from. So they actually have a pretty up-to-date quiver that you can see online prior to getting there to make the decision if you want to pack your board or not. So if you do rent one though, we highly recommend you opting for the insurance. The bottom of that wave pool is rough, and oftentimes the boards will get dinged up or damaged, and you want to pay that full price. So highly suggest you opting for the insurance. So after you get done with your surf session, don't worry, you're gonna be hungry and or thirsty, and they have 4 places on site where you can eat. So we highly recommend you checking out the Surf Shack. If you have that morning session, this is where you're gonna be able to get the breakfast tacos, breakfast burritos, etc. Or later on in the evening, you're gonna be able to go to 2 different bars on site. So the earliest the restaurants are gonna be open at 7 a.m. all the way up until 9 p.m. depending on which of the 4 restaurants you go to. So after you surfed and after you ate, there are a few other amenities on the surf ranch that we want to call out. So for additional cost, you can go to the Waterpark. This Waterpark has 2 main attractions. The first attraction is going to be the Lazy River. This is noted to be one of the largest lazy rivers in the entire state of Texas. So make sure you grab an inner tube, hang out, relax, enjoy that lazy river. The second main attraction is the water slides. Here there are 4 different water slides varying in different heights of the ramps that they're going to propel you off. So note that they are a ton of fun, but you do need to wear a life jacket. So use at your own risk, because if you belly flop or back flop, even with the life jacket, it still hurts. But overall, a ton of fun. Now, if the surfing and the water park is not enough for you, you do have one more option, and that is the cable park. Here you're able to try your skills at wakeboarding around a small lake with a cable park. So they have ramps, they have rails, etc., and just can offer a great time. So you don't need to bring your own wakeboard, but you can if you want, but they do have rentals there for you to provide, and this offers a unique experience that we've never done, even though we've wakeboarded quite a bit. So the last thing we want to talk about is how do you book your stay here at Waco Surf. So booking is relatively easy and can be done all online at the website. However, we urge you to book in advance because one, not all the amenities are going to be open all year round because they are seasonal. So for instance, at the timing of this video in October, the water park is already closed, but surfing is still available. And speaking of surfing, that fills up relatively quick. So you can book up to 24 months in advance, and we highly suggest you book early because those sessions fill up quite often and is noted to be hard to find because they sell out. So if you are looking to go to Waco Surf Ranch, we highly recommend it, whether that's for your dudes trip or bringing the entire family, which we think is a great option because we did both. We had the advanced session, plus we had the beginner family session, and we just party waved the entire time, and everyone from our kids to our wives had a great time. So if you are looking for that fun, unique family surf adventure, look no further than Waco Surf. So if you like this video, please consider giving us that big thumbs up. Comment down below if you think going to the middle of Texas to surf is something in your repertoire. And while you're at it, hit that red subscribe button for more travel tips and adventures. And most importantly, remember, life's an adventure. Who are you going on with?